Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Ron Nicoletti. We have 11 exciting races on tap. Beautiful day in South Florida. Let's look at those track and weather conditions. The main track fast, the turf course firm. Our first race, 6 furlongs on the main track, claiming 4-year-olds and up, which have never won 3 races, or 4-year-olds, late scratch of number 1, Livingston Swagger.
They're off. And Hard to Name had an awkward beginning and is at the back of the pack early. Dixie Deputy goes out to take the early lead. Buffoonery goes with Dixie Deputy early, and Mr. Doro is away running in third on the far outside. Then Defend, Move Over, Chepstow on the far outside. Regular Business and Hard to Name is last of them all. And they're approaching the half-mile pole where Dixie Deputy leads the way. A half-length advantage over Buffoonery as the field runs for the far turn. Mr. Doro is third, and they ran a quarter in 23 and 1. Then Defend in fourth, followed by Chepstow. Regular Business to the inside. 2.5 lengths more back to Move Over, and Hard to Name is at the back. 6 off the lead. Around the far turn, Dixie Deputy, Buffoonery, Mr. Doro to the outside of them. Chepstow is a length and a half off the lead, while 4 wide. Defend saves ground 5th. Then comes Move Over in 6th, and they're into the stretch, and it's Dixie Deputy holding on to the lead. On the outside, Buffoonery, Defend is coming up the rail. Mr. Doro is there, and Chepstow on the far outside, and now Dixie Deputy goes to the rail, trying to hold on to the lead, but here comes Defend and Buffoonery, and Defend is coming after Dixie Deputy, and Defend wins. Dixie Deputy was second, Buffoonery third, and Mr. Doro was fourth.
That's number 5, Defend, crossing the wire first, owned by Alex and Joanne Leblanc, trained by David Fawkes, ridden to victory today by Pedro Monterrey Jr. We're on the turf for our second race. Turf course listed as firm, 7.5 furlongs, a maiden claiming event for maiden filly 3-year-olds. No scratches or jockey changes to report.
They're off. Midnight Bliss was a step slow to start. My Mom Santina is out for the lead with Secret Fascination and When We Act right in behind. And there between horses goes Think of You to be close up to the pace as well. Then back to Saratoga Karaoke to the inside. Siawe is after that. And in behind them comes Adar, who's down at the rail. Break of another 2. And then Bullheaded Lady, third last on the first turn, just ahead of Top Notch Blue and Midnight Bliss. And so the field makes their way to the backstretch with My Mom Santina and Gabriel Saez out there a length in front of Secret Fascination. When We Act follows in third, and they ran 23 and 4 for the first quarter. And then it's Think of You in fourth, racing just to the outside of Saratoga Karaoke. Siawe is 6 lengths off the lead, and Adar is right next to Siawe, 2 lengths ahead of Bullheaded Lady. And Midnight Bliss and Top Notch Blue continue to race together at the back with 10 to make up. They went 48 flat for the first half mile, and My Mom Santina continues to lead the way a half a length. Secret Fascination right up alongside in second. Down at the rail, it's When We Act clinging to third. Saratoga Karaoke follows in fourth. Then comes Adar to the inside, and Siawe, and they're at the top of the stretch. And My Mom Santina continues to lead the way. Secret Fascination, When We Act, digs into the inside. Then Adar and Saratoga Karaoke, and My Mom Santina still there in deep stretch. Secret Fascination second. My Mom Santina to beat Secret Fascination, and then came When We Act, followed by either Saratoga Karaoke or Siawe.
Number 3, My Mom Santina, a daughter of Street Boy, scores for owners Marco Thoroughbred Corporation, trained by Bobby DeBona, ridden to victory today by Gabriel Saez. We'll take a short break and be back for the third race in just a minute.
ExpressBet brings you a whole new way to play the races. An easier, better way to wager on your favorite tracks. With a more streamlined interface for faster wagering. With more handicapping insights from our world-class experts. With more racetracks, nearly 200 to choose from. And with your personalized multi-view wagering screen, your tracks, your wager pad, and your video are all on one page. It's simply the best way to play the races. Your way. Welcome to ExpressBet. Your way to play.
The OBS March 2-year-old sale is the Grade 1 source to the world, with undefeated juvenile champion Asia Express in Japan, Grade 1 juvenile stakes winners by Conquistadore, Secret Compass, and Bondholder, King's Bishop winner Capo Bastone, and Breeders' Cup Sprint winner Secret Circle in North America. Make plans to find your next Grade 1 winner at the OBS Selected 2-year-old sale, March 10th and 11th. OBS, we measure success by performance.
Welcome back. Our third race is 6 furlong sprint. It's a claiming event for 4-year-olds and upward. We have 6 runners going postward, and the off-time favorite is number 4, Deep Price.
They're off. Chief Carlson had a tangled start. My Charming Clyde goes out to the front. Cat's My Song in Capital City going right with My Charming Clyde, and Cat's My Song now grabs the lead. My Charming Clyde second, Capital City reined back third by 2.5. Then DePrice racing just to the inside of Be Brave. They're stride for stride. 4 lengths off the lead and 4 lengths ahead of Chief Carlson, who's at the back of the field after having a rough start there. That first quarter was 22 3/5 seconds. Cat's My Song and Kendrick Carmouche a half length in front. My Charming Clyde on the outside second. Capital City is 2 lengths off of them in third, and now underway and heading for the top 2. Then DePrice, Be Brave, and far behind is Chief Carlson. They're coming toward the top of the stretch, and My Charming Clyde pokes ahead in front. Cat's My Song on the inside second. Capital City swings up on the far outside. DePrice is fourth. Final furlong, and My Charming Clyde's getting away. My Charming Clyde down to the 16th pole, 3 lengths out in front of Capital City, Cat's My Song, and DePrice. My Charming Clyde's got it as they come down to the wire. It's going to be close for second, Cat's My Song or Capital City, then DePrice fourth.
Number 6, My Charming Clyde, wins it for Midwest Thoroughbreds Incorporated, trained by Jamie Ness, ridden to victory today by Luis Saez. We're sprinting at 6 furlongs or 3/4 of a mile in the 4th race on the fast track. Maiden claiming event for Maiden Filly 3-year-olds. 9 runners in the race. No scratches or jockey changes to report.
They're off. Jamie's catch was slow to get going. It's Denim and Pearls on the inside, out for the early lead. Alongside Dunkirk's Best is away running in second. And then it's Benny First Baby, Kiki's Tony fourth to the inside. Harbor Mistress is fifth and now moving toward the leaders on the outside. 3 lengths to Felicidades. Then it's Formal Quality, Gladys True Love to the outside. And slow starting Jamie's Catch is at the back of the field, racing past an opening quarter of 23 flat. Dunkirk's Best and Carson Sullivan have taken the lead as they round the far turn. They're a length ahead of Harbor Mistress, who's up running in second now. Then Benny First Baby, Denim and Pearls fourth. Felicidades gets going fifth. Now 2.5 lengths off the lead. Then it's Kiki's Tony. The others have work to do, and they have Dunkirk's Best to catch as they come to the top of the stretch of 46 4/2 mile. They're into the stretch, and Dunkirk's Best is the leader. Benny First Baby on the outside second. A furlong to get by Dunkirk's Best, who's got something left in the tank and is opening up. And Dunkirk's Best and Carson Sullivan are in the clear coming down to the wire, and they haven't won. Dunkirk's Best up the rail. Kiki's Tony gets second. Then Benny First Baby and Harbor Mistress.
Number 7, Dunkirk's Best, lives up to his name and proves to be best. Owner Dennis Berman, trained by Norm Pointer and ridden by apprentice Carson Sullivan. The 5th race, 1 mile and 1/16. It's a maiden event for Maiden Filly 3-year-olds. 7 runners going to the postward with no scratches or jockey changes to report.
They're off. Quinn Cat on the inside, out for the lead. Lucky for You is up and on the pace too. Outside of them, Lola Brigida goes up as they race into the turn. On the far outside, Quilt caught very wide there. Then it's Mei Ling in between horses, and down on the inside is She's Justified. Dorsey is at the back of the field, only 4.5 lengths off the lead. And the leader is Quinn Cat. Quinn Cat out there setting the pace. A length and a half to Lucky for You, running in second to the backstretch. Lola Bridget is third. She's justified fourth on the inside in a 24 flat opening quarter mile. And then it's Quilt just to the outside of a hard-held Mei Ling who rides the rail. Dorsey is 6 lengths off the lead, racing last up the backstretch as Quinn Cat continues to make the pace. Quinn Cat and Juan Leva by 2 lengths up the backstretch, with Lucky for You running in second. She's justified third. And then Quilt going up alongside of Lola Brigida and Mei Ling, who's down at the rail, still just 4 lengths behind and 2 clear of Dorsey at the back. A 48 and 2/2 mile. And Quinn Cat carries her speed into the far turn. It's a length lead on Lucky for You. Then She's Justified. Quilt is on the far outside and has now come under a ride 2 lengths off the lead. Then comes Mei Ling and Dorsey, and Lola Bridget is now the trailer. And they're coming toward the top of the stretch. Quinn Cat, Lucky for You, they're now stride for stride. Lucky for You makes a run for the lead outside of Quinn Cat, and they kick on from the others. The others have been left behind now as Lucky for You has taken over from Quinn Cat, 5 lengths back to She's Justified in third. Lucky for You and Javier Castellano come down to the line in front, and then it's Quinn Cat, followed by She's Justified and Quilt.
Number 2, Lucky for You, draws off to win impressively during the stretch run, owned by Michael Tabor, ridden to victory today by Javier Castellano, and the trainer, the one and only Todd Pletcher. We'll take a short break and be back for the 6th race in just about a minute.
Racing towards the line, Academic Probation. She learned her lessons in the race, and she gets the diploma. Academic Probation.
Here's Rank Has Privileges to the lead. Thunder Run on the outside. Ring Weekend backs up to second against the rail. Rank Has Privileges to win it.
Multiple Grade 1 stakes winner Einstein, sire of impressive debut winners at Keeneland and Churchill Downs in his first crop, standing at Adena Springs.
A love of horses and a commitment to excellence have come together in the heart of Florida's Marion County. Owned by lifelong horseman Benjamin Leon Jr., Basilou Stables has assembled top-notch thoroughbreds, breeding and racing the champions of today and tomorrow. Breeders' Cup winner Royal Delta has thrilled the racing world with back-to-back wins in the Ladies' Classic. As a multi-year sponsor of the Fountain of Youth and the Florida Derby, Basilou Stables is a proud sponsor of Gulfstream Park.
Welcome back for the 6th race. It's 1 mile on the firm turf course. It's a maiden event. For maiden 3-year-olds, we have 9 runners with no scratches or jockey changes to report.
They're off. Unicat on the inside, Part right alongside is Charge Now. These 3 out for the lead, and right alongside of them is H-Town Brown, and Dance Champion is 5 deep into that first turn. It's 4 lengths more back to Rico Rolando, and then to the outside comes Big Island Boy. Private Relations is second last early, and Rumpin' Reed is at the back of the pack as they make their way to the backstretch where Unicat leads the way. Part is a half length behind, and H-Town Brown goes up in third. And then it's Charge Now and Dance Champion to the outside. They went 23 and 3 for the quarter. Break up another 3, and they're followed by Big Island Boy, Rumpin' Reed, and Rico Rolando, and the trailer is Private Relations. And the field continues up the backstretch where Unicat and Part are a half length apart. And outside of them is H-Town Brown. Behind the leaders, Charge Now is in 4th. Dance Champion follows in 5th, 3 lengths off the lead. Then Rumpin' Reed and Rico Rolando. On the far outside, Private Relations gets going. And Big Island Boy, 47 and 3 for a half mile around the far turn. It is Part in between horses. Unicat at the rail. Dance Champion's going up there 5 wide. And right there, too, is H-Town Brown in between horses. Behind the leaders, Charge Now's looking for a spot. And on the far outside, it's Private Relations, and they're into the stretch, and it's Dance Champion. Dance Champion has pulled away to a 3-length lead over H-Town Brown. Charge Now to the outside, followed by Rumpin' Reed, Dance Champion, and Julian Leparoux strong in victory. Charge Now second, and then H-Town Brown and Rumpin' Reed.
The favorite, number 9, Dance Champion, scores and pays $6.60 to win for owner Robert Evans, trained by Christophe Clement, ridden to victory today by Julian Leparoux. The 7th race, 7 furlongs. It's a maiden event for maiden 3-year-olds. We have 8 runners in the field with no scratches or jockey changes to report.
They're off. CJ's Awesome had a good start, so did Maddie Bird on the outside. These two out for the lead together, and then it's Hallowed and High Rate down on the inside, followed by Athens, Yap, 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 Victory nor Defeat at the rail, and a long way last here is Meddlesome. And the field runs up the backstretch where CJ's Awesome and Manuel Cruz are out there on a 2-length lead over Hallowed and High Rate. They run by the opening quarter in 22 and 3/5 seconds. Break of another 3, and then comes Victory nor Defeat to the inside. Maddie Bird between, and on the outside of them it's Athens. Break of another 7 lengths back to Yap Yap Yap, and Meddlesome is way out of it early as they race into the far turn. It is CJ's Awesome in front. Leads the way by almost 2 lengths here over Hallowed in second. The half mile was in 45 and 2. Athens is on the far outside third, and they're followed by Maddie Bird. Victory nor Defeat is gaining ground well, and so is Yap Yap Yap, who's made progress from behind. CJ's Awesome put to the whip at the top of the stretch. Hallowed is right alongside, and here's Victory nor Defeat coming up after them. Then comes Maddie Bird, Athens, and Yap 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 on the far outside. It's Hallowed and Victory nor Defeat. And Victory nor Defeat has taken the lead, and Victory nor Defeat is victorious. Hallowed was second, and then came Yap 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 and Maddie Bird.
Number 2, Victory nor Defeat, chooses the former and wins for Sagamore Farm, trained by Ralph Nix, ridden to victory today by John Velasquez. The 8th race, 1 mile and 3/8 on the turf. It's the 29th running of the very one, Grade 3, $100,000 guaranteed. 8 runners, no scratches or jockey changes to report.
They're all in line. They're racing in the Grade 3, the very one. Left a Message came out running on the lead. Right alongside is Shanachie, Inimitable Romany, and going up on the far outside, Viva Rafaela, who now will take the early lead. John Velasquez and Viva Rafaela speed off to a 2-length advantage here. Shanachie settles into stride second. Egg Marine is third, and then comes Inimitable Romany to the outside. Left a Message and Preferential after that, and then comes Dame Marie along the rail, a 25 and 3 opening quarter mile. An easy tempo here for this 1 mile and 3/8 journey, and Viva Rafaela is out there on a 2-length lead and going comfortably. Shanachie follows in second, Egg Marine third to the inside, Inimitable Romany is in fourth with 5 lengths to make up and 1 lap to do it. Then Left a Message on the inside, Preferential is second last, and Dame Marie still at the back with 9 lengths to make up. They went 49 and 4 for a half mile, so the tempo's quickened just a bit here, and it is still Viva Rafaela setting the pace, and Viva Rafaela leads the way by 1.5 lengths, with Shanachie running in second position. And then it's Egg Marine and Inimitable Romany heads apart third and fourth, and in behind them is Left a Message in fifth. Preferential's right alongside of Left a Message with 5 lengths to make up. And then comes Dame Marie at the back, 3/4 1:15 and 2. It's been Viva Rafaela the whole way so far. The lead is still 1.25 lengths, and Shanachie is running in second. Inimitable Romany and Egg Marine together, third and fourth. Preferential still well held in fifth, 4.5 lengths off the lead. And then Left a Message and Dame Marie, and they round the far turn. And Viva Rafaela is taken on now by Shanachie, who's only a 1/2 length behind. Inimitable Romany comes up to them 3 wide. Egg Marine is in behind horses. Preferential's going to come 4 wide. This one's wide open. Dame Marie's coming on 2 at the top of the stretch. And Inimitable Romany moves up alongside of Viva Rafaela. These two into the final furlong. And then Egg Marine right behind them. Preferential Left a Message is closing on the far outside. Inimitable Romany has the lead down to the wire. Inimitable Romany has won from Egg Marine. And then came Viva Rafaela and Left a Message.
And it's number 6, Inimitable Romany, winning the very one, a Grade 3 event owned by Gallagher Stud, trained by Graham Motion, ridden to victory today by Alan Garcia. The 9th race, 1 mile and 1/2 on the firm turf course, an allowance optional claim of 4-year-olds and up. Scratch the 4, Cinnamon Beach. Also scratch number 8, Serious Indeed.
They're off. Lumberyard Jack on the outside came out well. And also showing some early speed is Gold Former. Between those two, Franklin Park is going to go up and grab the lead. And Franklin Park, a long shot, will make the pace here, opening up a 2-length early lead. And then it's Lumberyard Jack running in second by 3. Gold Former is third. Then Big and Perfect, Wings of Fortune on the outside. And Transcend tucks in behind them. 2 lengths more back to Sky Masterson, and then comes Hurricane Elvis, and Decaf again is just biding his time at the back of the field after a 24 flat opening quarter mile. Into the stretch for the first time, and Franklin Park, a long shot on the board at 80-1, leads the way by 2. Lumberyard Jack content to sit second. Wings of Fortune is third and going up on the outside now. The opening quarter was in 24 seconds flat. And then it's Big and Perfect in between horses. On the inside is Gold Former, who's 4 lengths off the lead after a 48 3/2 mile. That's a decent pace for this journey. And as they move into the next turn, it is still Franklin Park. Manuel Cruz and Franklin Park a length in front. Lumberyard Jack is second, Wings of Fortune third to the outside. Then it's Gold Former in fourth. Transcend is down at the rail. On the outside, Big and Perfect. Then Sky Masterson, Hurricane Elvis, and Decaf again is last after 3 quarters in 1:13 and 4. On to the back stretch they go, and Lumberyard Jack has taken a short lead from Franklin Park, who's back down onto second on the inside. Wings of Fortune is just in behind the leaders in third. Gold Former is fourth. Then Big and Perfect on the far outside. Transcend coming up the rail. Sky Masterson, Hurricane Elvis, and Decaf again. And now they move into the far turn. And Lumberyard Jack and Joe Rocco Jr. are going to take off here. They're going to open up right now to a 2-length lead. Wings of Fortune second. Franklin Park back to third. Then Gold Former. On the far outside, Big and Perfect. Transcend is within 4 lengths of the lead, saving all the ground. And then Sky Masterson. They're coming to the top of the stretch. Lumberyard Jack taken on by Wings of Fortune. And on the outside, Gold Former comes up after them. And here's Gold Former down the center of the track. Wings of Fortune, Transcend coming up the rail. The Lumberyard Jack in behind them. Big and Perfect swings up on the far outside, but it's Gold Former in front. Big and Perfect closing late on the outside. Gold Former, Big and Perfect, these two down to the wire. Gold Former to beat Big and Perfect. Then either Transcend or Wings of Fortune.
Number 5, Gold Former scores for Daryl and Sadie Broma and Team Block, trained by Chris Block, and ridden victory today by Julien Leparoux. We're going to take a short break and be back for the 10th and co-feature event, the McDermott.
ExpressBet brings you a whole new way to play the races. An easier, better way to wager on your favorite tracks. With a more streamlined interface for faster wagering. With more handicapping insights from our world-class experts. With more racetracks, nearly 200 to choose from. And with your personalized multi-view wagering screen, your tracks, your wager pad, and your video are all on one page. It's simply the best way to play the races. Your way. Welcome to ExpressBet. Your way to play.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Grab me one. It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jeong?
Zoink!
What's with the pig? Wait.
No way! The pig! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work.
Man, this line's ridiculous.
No joke.
Ken!
I'm that guy from that thing!
Give me one. Miller one. Man, hey, wait.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
The 10th race, the co-feature event of the afternoon, 1 mile and 3/8 on the turf. It's the 22nd running of the McDermott Handicap, Grade 2, $200,000 guaranteed. The jockey on the 5 is Gabriel Saez. Scratch the main track only participant. Number 10, Micromanage.
They're racing in the McDermott. Bingo Bango Bungo goes out to take the early lead. Twilight Eclipse, and there goes Alpha now, and Alpha goes up on the outside and grabs the early lead as they race into the turn. And then it's Cozy Kitten, Slumber to the inside. Amen Kitten is next. Then back to Dashing David. Sun Tracer is second last, and after steadying at the start, Mucho Mas Macho is 9 lengths off the lead, and the leader is Alpha. Alpha ran at 25 and 2 opening quarter mile, so an easy tempo for his turf debut. Bingo Bango Bongo a long shot is second by another 2.5. Then Twilight Eclipse, Slumber to the inside, and then Cozy Kitten in 5th. Amen Kitten is 10 lengths off the lead right now, 2 to Dashing David, Sun Tracer, and Mucho Mas Macho is about 15 lengths off of Alpha, who's opened up a 4.5 length lead here, moving into the turn. And ran a half mile in 49 and 4/5 seconds. Alpha out there by 3. And then it's Bingo Bango Bongo getting a bit closer in second. Twilight Eclipse third. Slumber is 4th. Then Cozy Kitten, Amen Kitten, Sun Tracer, and Dashing David, and Mucho Mas Macho. They take close order here. Now it's 9 lengths separating the entire field as they begin their run up the backstretch, where Alpha continues to lead them by 1.5 lengths. Bingo Bango Bongo makes a move now right alongside of Alpha, and they're stride for stride. 3/4 win in 1:15 and 3, and Alpha's going to let it out another notch. Alpha let Bingo Bango Bongo come up to him, and now he kicks away again and leads by 1.25 lengths. Then Bingo Bango Bongo, Slumber, and Twilight Eclipse, and they're followed by Amen Kitten, Cozy Kitten to the inside. Sun Tracer is after that. Dashing David and Mucho Mas Macho, and Alpha's under a lot of pressure now, and Twilight Eclipse moves up to take the lead. Bingo Bango Bongo. On the outside is Amen Kitten. Slumber now weaving through traffic. So too Cozy Kitten down on the inside. It is Twilight Eclipse in front. On the outside, Amen Kitten closing the gap. Then comes Slumber in third. Amen Kitten tries to catch Twilight Eclipse. Between them is Slumber. It is Twilight Eclipse. And then Amen Kitten, Slumber, and Sun Tracer.
Number 6, Twilight Eclipse, wins the 22nd running of the McDermott, owned by West Point Thoroughbreds, trained by Tom Albatroni, ridden to victory today by Jose Lescano. The 11th and final race, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. It's a claiming event for fillies and mares 4-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. No scratches or jockey changes to report.
They're off. Legenda Aurea goes out to take the early lead. Concierto Imperial with speed. Maydell is there, and Charade on the outside, and these 4 will lead the way into the first turn. And then it's Hennon toward the inside. My Carlina's after that by another 2 lengths. Then we come back to Holly Trick as they move into the turn. Baby Gracie is racing 8 lengths off the lead, just ahead of Windsor Garden. Then Bolt Street Cat to the inside, and Bahia de Oro is last. So the field makes their way to the backstretch, and they're in pursuit of Legenda Aurea, who's on top by 3/4 of a length. Concierto Imperial is running in second. Charade is third to the outside. In behind the leaders is Maydell running in 4th position as they continue the run up the backstretch. Then Hennon in 5th with 4.5 lengths to make up, followed by Holly Trick and My Carlina to the outside. Baby Gracie, Windsor Garden next, and then Bolt Street Cat. Bahia de Oro is last of them all. And now the field races for the turn, where it's Legenda Aurea still on top by 3/4 of a length. And there goes Charade. And now Charade is second. And they're followed by Maydell third to the inside. After that comes Concierto Imperial in between horses, and My Carlina goes up on the outside. And now it's Charade and Legenda Aurea turning for home together with Maydell third. Charade is in front as they turn for home. Legenda Aurea tries to fight back inside. Maydell is there on the outside in with a shot. But it's Charade in front. It's Charade, Maydell on the outside, and Legenda Aurea. Charade trying to hold off Maydell, and Charade will. Charade and Javier Castellano to beat Maydell. Then Legenda Aurea, Hennon, and My Carlina.
The favorite, number 11, Charade, scores for owners Ken and Sarah Ramsey, trained by Mike Maker, ridden to victory today by Javier Castellano. The pick 4, 4 paid $531.25. The pick 5, 5 of 5, $3,576.85. 4 or 5, $29.25. The Pick six, couple of tickets, 6 of 6, $7,213.16. Huge carryover going into Sunday, $862,886.90. And here are today's claims. That wraps up Saturday's card. Remember, on Sunday, 11 races, including the Grade 2 Sabin. And then on Monday, a special day of racing for President's Day. So we'll be here Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Come and join us. Good night and good luck.